This is André Taylor with a few thoughts for corporate and organizational leaders, executives, and entrepreneurs on managing for innovation, growth, and prosperity. Creating premier businesses requires significant work, discipline, and a focus on these three objectives. In this video, I'm going to give you 10 ideas for you to consider as you focus on innovating, growing, and prospering in today's competitive landscape. It's the big goal we all have and the challenge we face in business. How do we flourish? It was about 15 years ago that I adopted the name Flourish for my client newsletter because, as beautiful as the idea is, flourishing continually can be among the most challenging issues for all of us in our careers and in our businesses. So why is this so? One reason are the disruptive forces that we all encounter day to day in our business lives. Disruption is a fundamental aspect of innovation, and it's been well established by some of the best thinkers in business strategy. But when we encounter forces that feel like they're disrupting our plans and interfering with our ability to achieve our professional goals, it doesn't feel like we're on the path to innovation. In just about every industry, I hear leaders, managers, and staff proclaim why success is difficult. There's a long list of reasons, and frankly, these have not changed much over the years. Examples are, there's not as much money out there as there once was. The competition is more aggressive. This industry is changing. It's not like it used to be. Customers are difficult to please and are not as loyal as they used to be. Technology is changing so rapidly, and it's hard for us to keep up. The workload is exhausting. Finding the right people is getting more difficult. As one of my mentors used to like to say, there's nothing worse than a good reason. The better it is, the worse it is. The real solution to overcoming barriers in innovating, growing, and prospering in your career and business can be found in you. You are the most challenging force. You see, somewhere there's someone with the same issues, obstacles, and circumstances, and perhaps with greater complexity, who is nonetheless innovating and finding a way to reach their goals. As human beings, we have enormous potential and boundless creativity to find new ways to achieve existing and new goals. It takes a willingness to embrace the need for change and to explore new possibilities. My professional career has occurred during some exciting times. It's been the growth years of major industries that have shaped how we live and work. I'm thrilled that I've been part of several industries where innovative ideas have prevailed. I'm talking about cable television, perhaps now on the decline, but a high-impact industry in our lives. Real-time financial information and news, first as proprietary tools for Wall Street, and now for all. Internet and web-based services. We've seen online and mobile access revolutionize industry after industry. Enterprise consulting. This has probably affected you in ways you don't know, finding new management and growth solutions in a diverse range of industries. Wealth management. As financial resources and wealth has expanded in our world, new investments and innovations have led to the rise in living standards for us all. In all of these cases, and many more, positive change has come from thinking anew. That is rethinking, restarting, reinventing, recreating, rediscovering, re-energizing, refocusing, and recreating new rewards for the public, for businesses and industries, and for their customers. John D. Rockefeller said, "If you want to succeed, you should strike out on new paths rather than travel the well-worn paths of accepted success." But if we know that new thinking is required, what stops us? One stumbling block is that we all create foxholes. those snug, comfortable places where we settle in and where we can avoid conflict, complication, and perhaps the danger of enemy fire. While this may seem like the place we should stay, it is this very comfort zone that is our greatest barrier to more success. We have to get out of these holes, sometimes not even knowing that we're in one. I get a kick out of sometimes the statements I hear from those who work in large companies. But we all create foxholes. Sometimes they're a positive place to be, at least temporarily. Like, I'm going to put my stamp on this company. Other times, they're not as positive. Like, I'll come and do what I have to do and get out. The quality of my life is most important, so I'm not thinking about work more than I have to. They're not going to burn me out, and more. Now, here's what's important. We can all find ourselves in foxholes of sorts, but at some point, sooner rather than later, we must awaken to being there and realize that while it might feel comfortable sitting in a foxhole, that does not enable us to advance toward bigger aims. You have to say to yourself, been there, done that. Now it's time for me to do more with my career, my business, my division, and my life. I have to get out of this comfort zone and make my way to a new place. You must remove self-imposed borders, and perhaps borders that have been imposed upon you that keep you from advancing. Examples are comfort with the past, an inability to change your thinking by difficulty getting into a different seat. Ultimately, having the right goals and the right values about who you are and what you want will drive you to take new, necessary action. And when you find the right people to work with and collaborate with, it'll become much easier as you'll find new energy and see new destinations. So let me give you some great management advice. First, embrace structure without killing innovation. Routine and systems are crucial for business leaders. Developing the right routines will make our companies more successful. However, to grow, we must continually experiment with new ideas. We must innovate on purpose and look for situations to exercise new creativity. We must be disciplined, but we must also become more entrepreneurial. And by entrepreneurial, I mean getting comfortable with risk, because that's the only way we discover new paths and opportunities. As professionals and as companies, we cannot afford to coast on our reputations, what we've done in the past. This is a new day with new challenges and new opportunities. Now, all of this requires brutal honesty about where you are at any given moment. Making mistakes? Good. This will help you eliminate approaches that don't work. Not breaking through? Good. This will help you be more creative in doing so. Stay focused on making incremental progress every day. It will accumulate. And on occasion, you'll take leaps in your progress. If you have a big mountain to climb and big setbacks and a long way to go to reach your goal, the best management advice I can give you here is to get over it. This is what every achiever must do. Get over the idea of how difficult it is and how much work is involved. It's the only way you'll begin to make the progress you can make and continue to make the progress that you need. The result of this approach is that you'll prosper and you'll begin to see tangible evidence of innovation, growth, and prosperity. So let me summarize the 10 points we've discussed. 1. We all want to flourish, but disruption in our plans makes it seem distant. 2. Disruption is exactly what we need to forge new paths. 3. You are the most challenging force to your progress. Don't be misled. 4. You must think anew, exploring new paths. 5. Get out of the foxhole you've created. 6. Plans should not stop innovation. 7. To move ahead, you must accept that there's danger to the status quo and potentially your ego. 8. Accept the reality of risk as you move forward. It's called being entrepreneurial. 9. Take stock of where you are so you can fix it and learn the lessons that come with it. 10. Get over the idea of how difficult things are. When you take this approach, you'll find it's natural to flourish. If you like this video, let me know by clicking like below, and be sure to subscribe to this channel to be notified of my latest videos as they're released. This is André Taylor. Thanks for watching.